ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
So next Cp minus Cv, we know the relation is, now the relation Cp minus Cv is equals to R. Cp and Cv are the molar specific heat capacities. Molar specific heat capacities at constant pressure and constant volume, that is equals to R. Okay, that is the difference. The ratio between Cp and Cv is, we know Cp by Cv is equals to gamma. Gamma in the sense where gamma is called adiabatic gas constant. Adiabatic gas constant. So this difference is called R. What is R? Universal gas constant, and its value remains constant almost for all gases. R value remains constant, and Cp by Cv, the ratio of Cp by Cv is equals to what is that? Gamma. The ratio of Cp by Cv is equals to gamma, where gamma is called what? Adiabatic gas constant. Adiabatic gas constant. Adiabatic gas constant. This value varies from, gamma value varies from gas to gas. Gamma value varies from gas to gas. So that means depending on the type of gases, whether it is monoatomic or diatomic or polyatomic, like that. Monoatomic, diatomic or polyatomic, like that. So for those type of gases, its value changes. So from these two what we can write is, so here Cp by Cv is equals to gamma. That means Cp is equals to what we can write? Gamma Cv. Cp by Cv is equals to gamma, then Cp can be written as gamma Cv. So therefore, we know Cp minus Cv is equals to R, but Cv is gamma Cv minus Cv is equals to R. Cv common, gamma minus 1. So therefore, Cv can be written as R by gamma minus 1. Cv is equals to R by gamma minus 1. Next, in the same way, and from this we can write Cp by Cv is equals to gamma. Cv can be written as Cp by gamma. So from this what we calculated, the value of Cv is equals to R by gamma minus 1. The value Cv is equals to R by gamma minus 1. So what is gamma? Adiabatic gas constant. That value of adiabatic gas constant varies from gas to gas. So here Cp by Cv is equals to gamma. From this Cv is equals to Cp by gamma. Therefore, Cp minus Cv is equals to R. Cp by gamma is equals to R. Cp common. 1 minus 1 by gamma is equals to R. Cp into gamma minus 1 by gamma is equals to R. Therefore, Cp is equals to gamma R by gamma minus 1. Cp is equals to gamma R by gamma minus 1. These are the two values of Cp and Cv. Two values of Cp and Cv. So this is the situation. What are the values of gamma here? That's we have to calculate. For monoatomic gas, what is the value of Cv? For diatomic gas, what is the value of Cv? How can we write that? So that is important here. So just now we derived the relation Cp minus Cv is equals to R. So that is Cp and Cv, but the ratio of Cp by Cv is called gamma. This is called gamma. Gamma in the sense adiabatic gas constant. Adiabatic gas constant. This value varies from gas to gas. For different types of gases, the value of gamma must be changes. So that is gamma value varies from gas to gas. So that is based on this we derived the values of Cp and Cv. Cv is equals to r by gamma minus 1, Cp is equals to gamma r by gamma minus 1. Without knowing the values directly we can substitute these formulas. Cv is equals to r by gamma minus 1, Cp is equals to gamma r by gamma minus 1. But how these values varies from gas to gas? For monoatomic, diatomic, polyatomic, how these values changes? Let us discuss, that is important. Before going to that, so first we can discuss about the condition degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom. What is meant by the term degrees of freedom? Degrees of freedom. How many ways the freedom can exist? How many ways the freedom can exist? That is degrees of freedom. So for example, you people must be in the college, or for example in 10th class some people may be in the hostel. So outing, if the outing will give you, the management will give the outing, what you people can do? What you people can, how many ways your mind can think, how many ways you can go outside. So maybe some people will go to movies, some people will go to parks, some people will go to different places, bakeries or biryani centers or restaurants. Now it is not possible. In this situation, corona situation, it is not possible. So in the previous year, in the last year, how you people can enjoy that outings in different ways? Decrease, how many ways you people, your mind can think in one situation? For given situation, how many ways your mind, different people can think differently. So that is degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom. How many ways the problem can be solved? How many ways the problem, one problem can be solved? That is degrees of freedom. So degrees of freedom. So best definition of this is the number of possible ways the particle can move when it is left in free space. That is called degrees of freedom. The number of possible ways the particle can move when it is left in free space. Once you step out of the school or campus, whatever it is, once you people step out of the campus, how many ways we can move? We can, some people can move to the bakery, some people can move to the ice cream parlor, some people can move to the school bus, whatever it is, different ways. That is the degrees of freedom. The number of possible ways the particle can move when it is left in free space. A particle can left in free space, how many ways this move? How many ways this particle can move? It may move three-dimensionally, may move along x-axis, may move along y-axis, may move along z-axis. How many possible ways of motion we have? Straight line motion. How many ways of motion we have? Straight line motion, oscillatory motion, rotational motion. Straight line motion, oscillatory motion, rotational motion. So the helical path or circular, the elliptical path, that is different, depends on all these three only. Generally we have three types of motion: straight line motion, rotational motion, oscillatory motion. So that means how many ways the particle can have when it is left in free space. For example, the particle having how many translational motions, how many rotational motions, how many oscillatory motions. The combination of these three is called degrees of freedom. That is called degrees of freedom. See here, first What is translatory motion? Translatory motion means straight line motion. Translatory motion means straight line motion. Straight line means what are the possibilities? Three possibilities. Straight line motion means we have three possibilities. The particle can move along x axis, or the particle can move along y axis, or the particle can move along z axis. Three possible translatory motions. Three possible translatory motions. The particle can move along x axis, or the particle can move along y axis, or the particle can move along z axis. Three translatory motions. Rotatory motions. The particle can rotate about x axis, or the particle can rotate about y axis, or the particle can rotate about z axis. Three rotatory motions. Possibilities. How many? What are the maximum? How many number of possibilities here? That is called degrees of freedom. How many possibilities we have? That's we are going to calculate. So three translatory motions, three rotatory motions, oscillatory motions. It may oscillate along x axis, or it may oscillate along y axis, it may oscillate along z axis. Three oscillatory motions. So maximum possibilities are 9 possibilities. 3 translatory, 3 rotatory, 3 oscillatory. So maximum 9 possibilities. So the particle can have maximum 9 possibilities when it is left in free space. When the particle left in free space, it having maximum 9 possibilities. But oscillatory motions are not possible. That means gas molecules are very small size. Gas molecules are very small size. Oscillatory motion of those gas molecules is not possible to identify. Oscillatory motion of gas molecules is not possible to identify. So that's why here oscillatory motion is neglected. Oscillatory motion is neglected. That means what are the remaining? Translatory motion, rotatory motion. So what are the maximum possibilities? 6 possibilities. 3 translatory motion possibilities, 3 rotational motion possibilities. So total 6 possibilities. Here first we have 3 types of gases: monoatomic gas, diatomic gas, polyatomic gas. First we can discuss about monoatomic gas molecules. So it consists of one particle. Let us say it consists of one particle, one free electron, like that, one particle, monoatomic. So let us say this is considered one particle. So this particle, when left in free space, if this particle left in free space, this particle may move along x axis, this particle may move along y axis, or this particle may move along z axis. So 3 translate. For example, I am left free here, I may move along x axis, I may move along z axis, y axis, I may move along z axis. Is it possible to move along z axis? Just I am jumping like this. May move along z axis also. So 3 possibilities, 3 translatory motions. So definitely the monoatomic gas consists of 3 translatory motions. Three translatory motions. Rotatory motion. Rotatory motion means rotation. So the particle is very small in size. Gas particle is very small in size. Rotation of that gas molecules about any axis. So for example, this is the gas molecule. Let us say it is y axis, this is x axis, and this is z axis. So x, y and z. So rotation of that small particle about any axis, about x axis or y axis or z axis, is not considerable. So in case of monoatomic gas, the rotation of the particles is not considerable. Rotation of the particle about the x axis, let us say x axis passing through this molecule, then that rotation is not possible. Y axis not possible, rotation. Z axis also not. See here, the rotation of the pen, let us say this is the rotation of the pen. Here it is like this. Axis passing through, this is rotating about this axis like this, but it is rotating about this axis. Axis of rotation passes through the center like this, axis of rotation passing along the pen. that is the rotation like this. But here axis of rotation passing like this, axis of rotation passing like this. So, in these two, which one is considerable? The rotation, this is more comfortable when compared to this one. So, this is not considerable. So, we main example here, one more example here it is. So, for example, on stick, a small stick. So, let us say this is this stick having thickness, very small thickness. Very small thickness. If the stick is hold at one end, let us see here. This is the stick, hold at one end. This is the rotation. Now it is comfort. Now we are calculating the rotation comfortably by rotating like this. By rotating like this. So this rotation is considered because we are observing this rotation. We are observing this rotation. But if the stick is rotating like this, it is a very small stick. So that means thickness of the stick is not considerable. So that means this rotation is not considerable. So that's why for a single molecule, rotational motions are not considerable. So that's why rotational degrees of freedom, zero rotational. So zero rotatory motions. So therefore, the total number of degrees of freedom, is equals to 3. For monoatomic gas, the number of degrees of freedom is 3. Next, second one is diatomic gas. Diatomic gas. Let us say it consists of two molecules. Let us say. How these molecules can move? The two molecules, let us say here one molecule, here one molecule. These two molecule system can move along x-axis, can move along y-axis, can move along z-axis. Three translatory motions definitely. Whatever it may be the system, it may move along x-axis, may move along y-axis, may move along z-axis. So, three translatory motions compulsory. Three translatory motions. And rotatory motions, let us say this is x-axis and it is y-axis and it is z-axis, let us say. Here the x-axis passes through the molecules, So that means the rotation about x-axis is not considerable because it is passes through the molecules. Y-axis passing through this one. So that means this molecule may rotate about y-axis. So that's why the rotation is considerable. And here it is the z-axis and this molecule may rotate about z-axis. That rotation is also considerable. So only two rotational motions. So total is, what is the number of degrees of freedom here? Number of degrees of freedom is equals to 5. So for diatomic gas, the number of degrees of freedom is 5. Next, polyatomic gas, more than 2. So let us say 3 molecules I am considering. So these are the 3 molecules like this. Polyatomic gas or triatomic, whatever it is. So this system may move along x-axis, may move along y-axis or may move along z-axis. So definitely 3 translatory motions, no doubt about that. 3 translatory motions. So because the system may move along x-axis, may move along y-axis, may move along z-axis. So next, rotational motion. Let us say it is x-axis. So this molecule may move around x-axis. This molecule may move around x-axis. Let us say it is y-axis. And the remaining 2 molecules may rotate about y-axis. And this is z-axis. So that means this is the z-axis. These 2 molecules may rotate about z-axis. So total 3 rotational motions. So therefore number of degrees of freedom is equals to 6. Total number of degrees of freedom is equals to 6 here. So that means monoatomic gas, for monoatomic gas what is the number of degrees of freedom? 3. For diatomic gas 5. For polyatomic gas 6. So this is the number of degrees of freedom. You must remember this. For monoatomic gas it is 3. For diatomic gas 5. Polyatomic gas 6. Simply based on this what we can understand? One person number of degrees of freedom is less. With the friends he include with his friends, then the degrees of freedom. Number of possible ways are more. So number of thoughts may be more. Single person, how many ways is possibility? 3 ways. 2, let us say 5, 3, 6 like that. So number of people increases, thoughts are also increases like that. So this is about degrees of freedom. Next. So that is degrees of freedom. But how can you calculate the value of gamma based on these degrees of freedom? See here. According to this, so in states of matter, chemistry topic, in states of matter, you have, so the kinetic energy of gas molecules. So we can write Ke is equals to, generally we can write 3 by 2 RT. This is the kinetic energy per molecule, gas molecule, kinetic energy of gas molecule. We can write it as Ke is equals to 3 by 2 RT. In chemistry, the topic is states of matter. In the topic, kinetic energy of one gas molecule, that is equals to 3 by 2 RT. 3 by 2 RT. What is 3? 3 is number of degrees of freedom of monoatomic gas molecule. Monoatomic gas molecule. So for it is diatomic it is 5, for polyatomic it is 6. So other than that, for any molecule, we can write kinetic energy can be written as F by 2 RT. F by 2 RT, kinetic energy. So generally, according to this is also in kinetic theory of gases chapter, we can discuss about this one already. We will discuss about this. Already in chemistry we have states of matter chapter. You know that kinetic energy of the gas molecule is equals to 3 by 2 RT. This is the kinetic energy per one molecule. One molecule means monoatomic gas molecule. It is having the degrees of freedom, 3 degrees of freedom. So that's why, other than monoatomic, let us say diatomic, polyatomic like that. Just it is here F, where F is number of degrees of freedom. Where F is nothing but number of degrees of freedom. So decade. But we know kinetic energy of the gas molecules is equal to its internal energy. Kinetic energy of the gas molecules is equal to its internal energy. So that means Ke is equals to nothing but du. So therefore du is equals to F by 2 RT. So, we know du is equals to how much it is? F by 2 RT. So, that is already while discussing about the internal energy of the system, you know about kinetic energy of the internal energy of the gas molecules is nothing but its kinetic energy only. So, that is why I am writing kinetic energy equals to du. So, du is equals to what is that value here? F by 2 RT. But we know du is equals to NCV dt. If n is equals to 1 for one molecule, so Cv dt. So, therefore, Cv dt is equals to F by 2 RT. Du is equals to F by 2 RT, but we know if the heat energy is applied at constant volume, we can write du can be written as NCV dt. Du is equals to NCV dt. So, therefore, if n is equals to 1, then du is equals to Cv dt. Unit of temperature gets cancelled on both sides. Unit of temperature gets cancelled on both sides. Therefore, we can write Cv is equals to F by 2 R. Cv is equals to F by 2 R. So, this is the molar specific heat at constant volume. Molar specific heat at constant volume is equals to F by 2 R. What is F here? Degrees of freedom. So, Cv is equals to F by 2 R, and again we know what we know here, Cp minus Cv is equals to R. So, here Cp minus Cv is F by 2 R is equals to R. Then Cp is equals to F by 2 R plus R. So, Cp is equals to R common F by 2 plus 1. So, that is the value of Cp. Cv is equals to F by 2 R and Cp is equals to F by 2 plus 1 into R. And we know gamma is equals to Cp by Cv. So, gamma is equals to F by 2 plus 1 into R divided by, so this is F by 2 R. RR gets cancelled. Gamma is equals to F by 2 plus 1 divided by F by 2. Then gamma is equals to F by 2 divided by F by 2 plus 1 by F by 2. So, then gamma is equals to 1 plus 2 by F. That is the gamma. So, that is the values of different conditions. So, kinetic energy of the kinetic energy of the gas molecule can be written as 3 by 2 RT. What is this 3 per molecule? We are defining this kinetic energy per one molecule. One molecule means it is monoatomic. In monoatomic gas means 3 number of degrees of freedom is only 3. So, that is why for any number, for let us say it is diatomic or polyatomic, whatever it is, we can write it as F by 2 RT. It is F by 2 RT. So, what is F? Degrees of freedom. So, but kinetic energy is nothing but its internal energy. Internal energy equals to F by 2 RT. But internal energy can be written as Cv dt. So, based on this, Cv is equals to F by 2 R. Then Cp is equals to R into F by 2 plus 1. Next, gamma is equals to 1 plus 2 by F. Based on this, we can write the values of Cp, Cv and gamma for different gases. So, see here, how can we write those? So, Cv is equals to F by 2 R and Cp is equals to F by 2 plus 1 into R. Next, gamma is equals to 1 plus 2 by F. So, these are the 3 values. First, I am considering for monoatomic gas. For monoatomic gas, then the number of degrees of freedom is 3. For monoatomic gas, number of degrees of freedom is equals to 3. let us say CV is equals to, sorry, F by 2 R, and Cp is equals to F by 2 plus 1 into R, and gamma is equals to 1 plus 2 by F. So, for monoatomic gas, the value of F, number of degrees of freedom, is equal to 3. Then we can write Cv is equals to 3 by 2 R, and we can write Cp is equals to 3 by 2 plus 1 into R, so that is 5 by 2 R. Then gamma is equals to 1 plus 2 by 3, so that is equals to 5 by 3. So, for monoatomic gas, what is directly, without knowing anything, what is the value of Cv we can write? For monoatomic gas, what is the value of Cv we can write? Simply we can write 3 by 2 R. What is the value of Cp we can write? 5 by 2 R. What is the value of gamma we can write? 5 by 3. So, this is the situation. This is for monoatomic gas. Monoatomic gas. So, blindly for monoatomic gas, what is the value of gamma? 5 by 3 we can write. What is the value of Cp? 5 by 2 R. What is the value of Cv? 3 by 2 R. Next, for diatomic gas, the number of degrees of freedom are 5. For diatomic gas, number of degrees of freedom are 5. So, from this Cv can be written as 5 by 2 R, because simply substitute the value of F here, then Cp is equals to 5 by 2 plus 1 into R. So, 5 by 2 plus 1, that is 7 by 2 R. Next, the value of gamma is equals to 1 plus 2 by 5. So, that is equals to 7 by 5. 7 by 5. So, for diatomic gas, the value of Cv is equals to 5 by 2 R, the value of Cp is equals to 7 by 2 R, the value of gamma is equals to 7 by 5. This is for diatomic gas. Next, for polyatomic gas, so more than 2, then F is equals to 6, then Cv is equals to 6 by 2 R, so that is equals to 3 R. Next, Cp is equals to 6 by 2 plus 1 into R, so that is 3 plus 1 into R, so that is equals to 4 R. Next, gamma is equals to 1 plus 2 by 6, 1 plus 1 by 3, so that is equals to 4 by 3. So, for polyatomic gas, what is the value of Cv? That is 3 R. What is the value of Cp? That is equals to 4 R. What is the value of gamma? 4 by 3. So, everything is depends on degrees of freedom here, degrees of freedom. So, degrees of freedom means number of possible independent ways when the particle have when it is left in free space, So, 3 rotatory motions, 3 translatory motions, 3 oscillatory motions. Here we are not considering oscillatory motions. 3 translatory, 3 rotatory. What is rotatory motion? So, in system of particles and rotational motion, we clearly discuss about that rotational motion and why it is 0 for a monoatomic gas and why it is 0. In that situation, we can get the clarity, but up to that you can remember that. So, number of degrees of freedom for monoatomic gas is 3, for diatomic gas is 5, for polyatomic gas is 6 based on its Cp, Cv values. So, directly blindly you can write while doing the problems. If in the problem the diatomic gas is mentioned, directly what is the value of Cp? 7 by 2 R, value of Cv is 5 by 2 R. So, blindly if the monoatomic gas is mentioned, Cp is 5 by 2 R, Cv is equals to 3 by 2 R. Directly we can consider this. So, this is degrees of freedom and this, the values of Cp, Cv and different cases. So in this situation again, so for example, for a diatomic gas, what is the heat energy required to raise the temperature through 50 degrees Celsius, raise the temperature through 50 degrees Celsius at constant pressure, let us say at constant pressure. So this is the question, only temperature difference mentioned, remaining all quantities does not mention here, there is no quantity mentioned here. For a diatomic gas, what is the heat energy required to raise the temperature through 50 degrees Celsius at constant pressure? Constant pressure, that means we have to supply heat energy at constant pressure. So at constant pressure means blindly, directly you have to remember the formula. What is that? NCP dt. So dq at P is equals to NCP dt. dq at P is equals to NCP dt. So because heat energy supplied at constant pressure is equals to NCP dt. So for example, diatomic gas, let here N is equals to 1. So then dq at P is equals to 1 into, this is diatomic gas. What is the value of Cp for diatomic gas? 7/2 R into temperature difference is 50. Rise the temperature through 50. Rise the temperature is given already. No need to convert into Kelvin again. No need to convert into Kelvin. Already the difference is mentioned. The difference is same in Celsius and Kelvin. So no need to convert this. So that is equals to 7/2 into 50 into R. So 225s, 25 sevens are 175 R. That is the heat energy. Simply we can write. If it is mentioned in joule, simply R value is equals to, you have to consider 8.314. If the answer is mentioned in calorie, R value you have to consider is 2, like that. So that is the simple thing. Next, in the same way, the same situation, it is asked, let us say at constant volume. At constant volume. So constant volume means dq at V. So we can write it as NCV dt. dq at V can be written as NCV dt. So N is, let us say 1. For diatomic gas, Cv is how much? 5/2 R. dt is 50. So that is 5/2 into 50 into R. 225 is 125 R. That is the situation. So how the heat energy required to rise the temperature through 50 degrees Celsius at constant pressure and constant volume? How much heat energy required? Directly we can write this. Heat energy at constant pressure means, you must remember, directly you can apply this formula NCP dt. So based on the type of the gas, whether it is monoatomic or diatomic or polyatomic, we can substitute the value of Cp. For monoatomic it is 5/2, for diatomic it is 7/2, for polyatomic it is 4R. So depending on, in the same way, heat energy supplied at constant volume also we can calculate like this. So this is the way to do the problems based on Cp-Cv relations. Cp-Cv relations, we know Cp minus Cv is equals to R. Based on this relation, this is also one relation. And how the heat energy calculated at constant pressure, at constant volume, we can use this directly, substitute in this formula. That is.
ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.